terrifying vision I did receive, and with speed I arrived on time to prevent a horrific scene. A girl stood on the edge of a cliff in a remote place. I did see her walking through the wood, her step slow but steady. However, all her senses had shut down. I followed her as she reached her destination, the fatal ledge. She stood balancing on the edge, too far into her abyss for me to enter. Emotions were dead, only one purpose on her mind, that of death. She leaned forward, looking down. I embraced her, pulling her back. With a bewildered look, she straightened up and walked back to the edge, raising her foot to take a step into death. I embraced her once again and pulled her back. Undeterred, she shook her body and walked back onto the ledge with more determination than before. I swiftly embraced her and pulled her back once more. Then she opened her mouth and screamed to the heavens. "If I want to die, I have a right to be allowed to die. This is my life." Then she fell to the ground. It was now so dark. A sound of an owl and some crickets were all that we could hear. A cool breeze caressed her cheeks. She was coming out. Just a few more steps up, and I would be able to enter. She picked herself up from the ground once again, wavering slightly. She walked back to the ledge. I waited as she leaned forward, outstretching my arms, ready to pull her back, when she suddenly swung around and looked through me. "Who are you?" she said. "I know I'm not alone." I saw a tear in her eye and gave a sigh, jumping inside her. Her soul was being strangled by black plumes. I engulfed them with light and they released to the outside. Without a moment to lose, I absorbed them. Katie fell to the ground, tears streaming, curled up in a fetus position, rocking to and fro. I did not say a word, put my arms around her and held her all night in the wood without another soul in sight. Helios arrived all smiles and a new day was born. Katie did not wake, so warm was she in my light embrace. "Katie! Katie!" Many voices I did hear coming closer and closer. Then she was spotted. "Katie, thank heavens!" Her father it was, tears streaming down his face. He picked her up. "My sweetheart, don't you know how much you are loved? If you were to die, our world would die with you." "I'm sorry, Papa," Katie whispered, and then one more time louder, "I'm sorry," as she sobbed into his shoulder. I watched silently from the side. Suddenly she stopped crying and looked at me. "Thank you, my angel, for my life." I believe that it is impossible to see me, but maybe she did. "Katie, you are so beautiful. Walk forward and face life with love, courage, and wisdom," I said. "I will," she answered. "Who are you talking to, love?" asked her father. Katie smiled sweetly and said, "My heart, my soul, my mind and my flesh." It was time for me to go, but I will always watch over her soul. I am the breath you felt on your cheek when you thought you were alone. The force that taught you to be wise and to find harmony with nature. The air you breathe when life needs to be renewed to act courageously. The luck moment you never had. I am you, the love that did not exist.